A missing New York woman has been found dead of an apparent gunshot wound in a shootout between her alleged abductor and Virginia State Police after a pursuit and crash. Tatiana David was found dead Wednesday night near a wrecked SUV on a highway embankment in Virginia. Her alleged kidnapper, Michael C. Davis, 34 years of age, was also shot and wounded after police say that he fled a traffic stop and crashed the vehicle before getting into a shootout with troopers. Tatiana's death capped a nearly 16-hour ordeal that spanned several states and prompted police in New York to issue a statewide alert. It all started Wednesday morning when officers responded to the abduction of Tatiana in Ithaca, if I pronounce that correctly, New York. A witness reported the suspect forced her into a white SUV against her will. A bulletin was issued with information about the victim and suspect, who had been in a relationship and they had a 4-year-old child together. So just to clarify, the victim, Tatiana David, was in a relationship with her alleged kidnapper, Michael C. Davis. They have a 4-year-old child together. On Wednesday, it is alleged that Michael C. Davis kidnapped Tatiana. There was a highway pursuit, a car chase, which ended in a car crash, as well as a police shootout. The shootout began when Michael C. Davis began firing at Virginia State Police. Virginia State Police returned fire. The alleged kidnapper was wounded and hospitalized in critical condition, and the victim, Tatiana, was found dead with an apparent gunshot wound outside of the SUV where it crashed. It's not known at this point in time if the bullet was from the police. I presume, and perhaps I shouldn't, this is sheer speculation, obviously I'm making that clear, but my guess would be that the bullet would be from police, and an investigation is of course underway, an autopsy is underway. The evidence will show where the bullet came from, if it was from the police or if it was from the alleged kidnapper, but my guess would be that the police returned fire in the direction of the alleged kidnapper, and of course the kidnappee would also be in that direction, in that vicinity, and that she would have been struck perhaps more than once, and tragically she died at the scene. That may be wrong. Perhaps Michael C. Davis did shoot her, perhaps even she made a decision herself, who knows, but I would imagine that it is from the police, and of course with that I would support an investigation in regards to that. But at the same time, I would say from my point of view, which you might well disagree with, you might well find my point of view to be upsetting or inappropriate, but I generally err on the side of giving police the benefit of the doubt. The world isn't perfect, life isn't perfect, police cannot act in a perfect way. They're put in extremely difficult situations and they have to respond, and unfortunately they have to respond with gunfire when they're being shot at. They had no choice other than to fire. So of course we know that not all bullets are going to hit their intended target, so it is, from my point of view, again speculation, fairly likely that Tatiana died from a bullet fired by at least one member of Virginia State Police. And I'm going to try to choose my words carefully. I'm going to say that I feel that if that is the case, I wouldn't personally blame the officers, plural, or indeed the officer, singular, that was responsible for firing. They had to do what they had to do. They would not have intended to kill or hit or strike, injure any innocent party. I guarantee that's the case. But they would have been in a position whereby they would have literally had to shoot back in that direction. And unfortunately, that may have had tragic consequences, but unintended consequences. Is there an argument that the police could be negligent? Yeah, I guess there's an argument for that. But for me personally, I would give a lot of leeway to the police, given the difficulty of the situation. So yeah, those are my general thoughts in regards to the situation. Of course, full condolences to the family and friends of Tatiana. We're not provided any details in regards to the child's status. There's no mention that the child was a part of the kidnapping. There's no mention that the child was part of the car chase. So I guess there's a very big blessing if that indeed is the case, that the 4-year-old child was not involved in this incident. Let's hope that is the case. And let's hope that the 4-year-old will be put into care either with the state, well, they will be put into care of the state, or hopefully there is family that is able to step in to raise the child in a loving environment. That's as much as I've got to say on this article. So I'm going to wrap things up. If you appreciate the coverage, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. If you disagree with my take on things, then please let me know. I welcome disagreement, I welcome correction, I welcome education for me and for others. So yeah, bring that on. And yeah, if you appreciate the coverage, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video, consider joining the memberships, and take care.